Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Football Manager 2019 for the start of season number 2 of the rebuild at the Riazor as we make our triumphant return to La Liga. I'm very excited to get this season underway. It was a thrilling end to last year. Hopefully we have similar successes this season. The preseason has been done. We're on September 1st. We're about to play our second game of the season. We'll come to all of that in a little bit. I'm very actually pleased with how the summer has gone. I have quite a bit of optimism for the season ahead based on our squad, and we'll take a look at that momentarily. We'll go through the transfers first. We'll get started and just see what we've done. So on the out section, there's a lot of players that left on loan, guys, that I just don't have a place for in the team anymore, but I couldn't move on. No one wanted to buy them, so I managed to get rid of a couple. Juan Fran's gone. He was out on loan last season. I sold him on deadline day. A couple other guys, but a lot of loans. Gil, Debre, David Simon, guys that I'm just not going to play and that would have lined if they were still here. So I've got rid of them. They're out of the club. But let's look at the ins for a little bit. So Adrian Artola, we're all very familiar with him here, star goalkeeper from last season. He was available on a free transfer from Barcelona with his contract expiring, and I was not going to turn that down after he kept 23 clean sheets in the second division last year. I think his stats are very good. He's only going to improve. He is someone that I definitely am excited to have in the team for this upcoming year. Sigurd Gronli is our new central attacking midfielder for £3.5 million from Tromsø. He's only 18 years old. I think for an 18-year-old, the stats are fantastic. I'll admit his 20 free kick taking is what drew me in the first place, but 15 passing, 15 teamwork, vision, I like his work rate's okay. He's just an all-around good player to have in that position. Definitely an upgrade on Bruno Cesar, who's not really relevant anymore at all. Sigurd Gronli is due to be our main man in that advanced playmaker role, hopefully linking up all of our play. Johannes Geis, we got on a free transfer. He left Wolfsburg on a free, and I couldn't turn him down for £15,000 a week. 17 passing, 16 vision, 16 composure. He's just an all-around good player to have in the middle of the park. Again, I was looking to upgrade the team as best as I could for what we had in our budget. We had about £6 million. Again, I don't think I could do much better on a free transfer than Geis in the middle of the park. Fabio Martins from Braga for £3.2 million could be a star of this team. An inside forward on the left. You can also play winger on the right. At the moment, I'm playing him out here on the left-hand side. You can see here, first game of the season, he got a goal and an assist in what was a win. We'll talk about that in a second as well. But his stats are so well-rounded. I think that 17-footer excites me. You can do some damage down that left-hand side. Dribbling 15. He just looks like a good all-around player. And a bargain again at £3.2 million. Marçal we brought in from, who did we sign for? Chavez, the 23-year-old Brazilian for £3 million. He's just such a beautifully well-rounded player, not a single stat below 12 in his mentals and physicals. Really caught me. He's good in all aspects of his game. Defensively, he's pretty good. 15 tackling, 12 and 13 for heading and marking. It's not anything to shout about and be, blown away by. But for all intents and purposes, he's a very solid centre-back. Again, an upgrade on what we had, and for the money, I wasn't going to turn him down, especially with these mentals and physicals. Just so, like I say, well-rounded as they are. If you switch your system up, you can play in any defensive role. Very happy to have him at the club. And then a couple guys here. I'll start with Cucurella. He could be our starting left-back. I'm undecided whether it's him or Saul. This guy was injured for the first game, so Saul played in that, and we'll see how he did. But Cucurella could be coming in to be that starting guy. He's got good pace. I like his crossing. Dribbling needs a bit of work, but defensively he's still solid enough. So it's possible he takes over Saul's place. But Saul was so good last season, I'm kind of tempted to give him a chance to prove himself in La Liga. And then Abel Ruiz, we brought in also on loan from Barcelona as our backup striker. He has all the stats to come off the bench and do some damage. I say backup striker because I haven't bought a striker, but Angel is not our starter anymore, and that comes down to the loans that we got back last season. So if I had to go to the schedule and talk about our first game, we played Liga is away from home with 2-1 victory. It's a very well-fought game. We came away with the win, but Mr. Diego Roland is our starting striker. He was out on loan at Liganes last season. He's playing up front. He got a goal in that game to get himself off the mark. He can play on the right wing, and that might be something I do in the future. I'm currently playing Cartebia out there, and I'm not particularly happy about it. So Roland might make his way out there, and I play Abel Ruiz up front. I don't know yet, but it's nice to have the option. But Roland is playing up top right now. He got a goal, so I have no reason to change things at this moment in time. But Diego Roland is our guy. Decent preseason. It kind of was slow to get off the mark. Some small wins against these teams. We got a 5-1 here, and then, like I say, our opening day win against Leganes was very good. Then, today, we will take on Atletico Madrid. We're just going to play this one game, get off the mark, a little intro to the team, get started. So let's get on with it. Let's jump into the tactics. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this is the team right now. Baveda is out. He can't play, so Valentin will come in. I think I'll just throw Albentosa on the bench. No, Kisarella. Now, what did the physio say about him? 75 minutes. I'm probably going to leave him on the bench for this one. I think I'll give Saul another game. He was a 7 in the first game, so I have no reason to bring him out. Gronley wasn't great, but he's going to stay in anyway. Yeah, Cartavia here, I don't know. I could easily put Roland out there and then have Ruiz play up front, but I don't know if that's something I want to do yet, so we're just going to leave it as it is. Don't want to do anything else with our striker team. I'm keeping Calvo at the club as our third choice striker. I want to get him some first team action this year. I've sent Sione out on loan, so he's going to get some games elsewhere. But I think I would like Calvo to be here. Anyhow, you basically just aren't going to play, my friend. You're not good enough anymore. He gave us a good-ish 5 months on and off. But yeah, so this is what we're going to go with. And our team for this game, our first game on record of the season. Second overall, Artola, Valentin, Robert, Marçal, Saul, Geis, Mohamed Serrano. I'm not actually going to play in this one. I'm going to put Bergantinos in, never mind. So Bergantinos, or do I play Mosquera? I should have figured this out. I think I'm going to play Mosquera. Geis, Mosquera, Cartebia, Granley, Martins, and Roland. With these guys all on the bench. Serrano, I would like to get more game time. I want to boost his development. He's not accomplished in this area, so he's not outstanding, but stats mean he should be fine in there. He's there. I can throw him in at right back and whatever's off I have to. So he's a nice guy to have on the bench. He's very versatile, but I want to get him starting games to boost his development even more. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, see how we do against Atletico, the champions. Alright, our first league game back at home in La Liga, and we are down after 11 seconds. Antoine Griezmann gets through us. I didn't even get a chance to talk about what we had to do in this game, how we'd have to play, because we are already behind. It was so simple, a ball over the top, Griezmann slots at home, and we find ourselves in a hole against the reigning champions, like I say, after just 11 seconds of our return. Not the best way to start. Not ideal at all. I don't even know what I was going to say. Now I've completely forgotten because I was just kind of so caught off guard by the speed that Atletico got that goal. I didn't even think anything was going to come of it. I thought it was the punt forward at the start of the game. Nothing will happen. And all of a sudden Griezmann's one-on-one. And he's not going to miss that kind of opportunity. Although here we go. 5 minutes to go. Cartevia with a free kick. He swings it in. It's probably going to be gathered by All Black. It is. And we might find ourselves under more pressure here as Diego Costa picks it up, the big man, who is showing some kind of pace. Does he have that? What a ball that is to Koke, and it's 2-0. Oh, this is the class jump that we're just going to have to try our best to deal with, I think. It's not going to be easy, but we are going to get probably torn apart more than once this season. It's not going to be easy at all, but if we can get results against the other teams that are around us, we should be in a decent position. Let's try and G them up a little bit because it is Atletico. I don't know what we're supposed to do. We're never expected to win this game anyway. So let's not put too much pressure on and see what we can do. The ball up the field here. Marçal heads it back to Artola. That was weird. I'm not sure if we're going to need to have another system this year, whether we're going to need to have an alternative, a more defensive thing. I don't really want to change because, I mean, we know this system kind of was on and off for us last year. It wasn't great, but it did the job. So I don't really know how I want to work it, but we're going to stick with it for now. If I need to change things at some point, I will, as Geis finds Gronley, who plays it through to Diego Roland, who slots it past an on-rushing All Black. I don't know what he was doing, but all of a sudden we are back in the game. Gronley to Diego Roland. He has 2-2, and we are now just a goal behind at 2-1. Can we keep that momentum going? So, yeah, like I say, I don't know if I want to be changing tactics or not at any point during this. We'll see. It's a possibility, but it depends how it goes. If we find ourselves in trouble, I'm not going to base it on games against the big clubs. I don't think that makes sense. Robert's had an absolute nightmare, so Walshite's going to make his season debut. Let's see, Geis is a little bit tired. Let's put Mosquera there. I'm going to bring on, I think I'm going to bring on Serrano. Actually, I wasn't going to, but I'm going to give him an opportunity here. Bring off, who did I bring off, Geis? As we have about 15 minutes now to see if we can sneak an equalizer. We've had a very good second half, to be fair. Looking at that, we've had an excellent second half. I think I'm going to put Roland out to the right and stick on Abel Ruiz up top. Give him his debut for the club. Let's see what we can do. We've pulled things back very well. It'd be nice if we can get one, but at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's headed clear. But Mario Cesar finds Strootman and Atletico come at us. It gets played. Lovely switching ball to Kolasniak. It's first time saved by Artola, but he's not getting the rebound. Don't know what the defender was trying to do there, but that is game over. 3-1 down. I think 3-1 is a little bit undeserved, honestly. Looking at the stats, it's been a very even game. I don't think 3 is really reflective of it, but no matter, it is 3-1. You can't do anything about it now. Let's see, it's about 2 minutes before added time. What's going to happen? It's headed by Saul. Grundy flicks on, but he lose out. And if they get 4 here, it would be a real kind of kick in the teeth. Because again, I really wouldn't think that would be deserved. As Serrano puts one over the top to no one. Really a poor ball. Don't know what he was trying to do. As Lamar picks up and he finds Versalco out on the right hand side. He's going to drive down, beats his man easily. Keeps going. Cross comes in and Griezmann is there and it's 4-1. They're clinical, I think is the word for it here. They're just more clinical than we are. 4-1 is not deserved at all, but that's what it is. We were 4-1 down to Atletico. Let's see what's going to happen here. That was very odd and dangerous. Can we potentially get a goal as to make it a little more visually respectable? Is that poor ball though? I think that was Fabio Martins trying to find Abel Ruiz. Didn't do a good job of it at all as Costa plays one through. It's headed clear by Walshide, but Koke picks it up and it's going to be easy for Costa. He's going to find Griezmann. No, he's going to go himself. Is he going to pass it? What a tackle, Marçal. He's given a foul. Oh, VAR. I forgot we're in La Liga. We got that now. I've never had VAR on this game. This is the first time I've ever seen it, personally. But it's not a penalty. The ref gave a penalty. It was not a penalty. There's no way that should be a penalty. It's a beautiful tackle by Marçal. If he's given a penalty, he's going to be sent off. And there's no way. No penalty after visual review. There you go. The way it should be. But it doesn't really do much because we still lost 4-1. So it's nice to see that it exists and it works. But nah. 4-1, undeserved. I don't think it's, it's not good for us to see, but it's the way it is. And we're going to have to get used to it because there are some outstanding teams in this league. I honestly don't think our tests are going to get harder than Atletico Madrid. Yes, Barcelona and Real Madrid will be very hard, but I think Atletico, based on last season, are the cream of the crop. And a 4-1 defeat, while not great, is not, totally unexpected just because of how good they are. But that, like I say, is where we're going to wrap it up today. Just one game to get us started. A little overview of the team and the league and things set up. So we sit down in 10th, 1 win, 1 defeat. Hopefully, if we finish 10th, I would not be upset with that. The board, I think, want mid-table. Do they want mid-table or do they want top half? I can't remember. They want mid-table. So the board expect mid-table. I actually meant to show you our season preview. I think we were 14th in the preview, something like that. 14th. So that's probably a little below where the board wants us to go. You need to overachieve a little bit this season if we are going to achieve that. Hopefully we can, and then we stay at the club and all as well. So I hope you join us for the season. Like I say, I'm very excited for it. Hopefully you guys are too. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you all next time.